Just because someone has hurt you, it does not mean that the next person will hurt you. Your worth does not decrease because of someone's inability to say it. Hey guys, welcome to the pepp Talks, and I am Bohlokwa Cassandra, and this is the pepp Talks, the right place to be. So if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and join the family. So in today's video, we are going to talk about trust issues, or learning to trust again after you have been hurt, abused, abandoned, betrayed, cheated. I don't know, you name it, the list can go on and on. But as long as you're in that state where you are not trusting people, this is the right video for you. So stay tuned. I decided to tackle this particular topic because it almost destroyed me. So I'm going to start with the brutal honesty. The brutal truth is that in this life, no matter how much you try, or no matter what you do, you are going to get hurt. People are going to hurt you unintentionally. I did not realize how much of an untrusting person I had become after a friendship breakup until I started engaging into a new serious friendship, and that's when I realized that I had trust issues. That's when I realized that I do not trust people easily. So yeah. A little story time. I don't know whether I'll do a separate full story time. Let me know in the comment section whether I should do this as a full story time or this piece that you're gonna get is enough. So I had friends and I adopted their friends. By adopting their friends, it means that their friends became my friends, and they hurt me, and I got hurt, and after getting hurt, I couldn't trust people that came into my life anymore, and it led me astray and affected other factors of my life. And since I'm your big sister today, I'm going to let you know that not trusting affects a lot of aspects of your life. You may not see it today, but then when you sit down and reflect on it, you will notice that I didn't do this just because I did not trust. That's it. And one thing I want you to know is that the default setting of a human being is that when you get hurt, your first default setting is not to trust again. I'm going to make a little example. Imagine a child, maybe 3 years or 4 years, and they are gifted a new bicycle for their birthday, and they try this out, and when they try it out, they fall and they hurt, they bleed, they break a bone, all that. And just because that child was particularly hurt because of riding a bicycle, each time they see a bicycle or each time they walk past that bicycle, they remember the pain. And just like that child, that's what happened to me. Each time I thought of a scenario of having a friend, I only saw the pain and the hurt of having a friend. And it leads me to a point that I'm going to tell, like, being hurt may lead you to a phase of self-preservation, and self-preservation is a good thing and it's also a bad thing. Like everything, each coin has two sides. So that's self-preservation. Yes, it's true that you self-preserve yourself, you are not going to get hurt, you minimize the risk of you getting hurt. It's very true. But then on the other hand, it stops you from committing. Trust me, it hinders you from committing. I witnessed that firsthand. And yeah, little spoiler, stay on the lookout for intuition versus insecurity video. So that's it. So let's jump right into the tip. The first tip that I'm going to share with you is take your time. Do not rush. Trust isn't freely given. Trust is earned. We build trust in relations. We build it, and we build it layer by layer. We build it situation by situation. We build it by showing up. We build it by being consistent with the person that we want to be with. So we shouldn't just give our trust to people. People have to earn our trust. So do not rush the whole process of giving trust to the next person. Take your time to unravel yourself with a person. Yes, you can be trusting enough to have a conversation or to hold a conversation with someone, but to actually, like, on the first encounter and you're just like, oh, I trust this person fully and I'm fully committed to this person, I don't believe that is an easy thing. So Take your time, don't rush it. My next point is match vulnerabilities. I believe the first thing here is to try and match your vulnerability to the next person. Like, do not fully engage. Okay, not saying it like that, but do not fully engage in this person and start telling them about your stories of abuse, your stories of heartbreaks, your stories of what's or not, without having them be vulnerable to you. Yes, you can be the first one to open up about being vulnerable. You can be the first one to share about your stories. You can be the first one to be vulnerable. But is this person being vulnerable with you too? Try to match the vulnerability. Don't tit for tat. No, it's not tit for tat, but then try to match your vulnerability with this person. Don't just pour out, and then they're not pouring out. There's a scenario in a movie that I was watching, and these people entered into a toxic lab, and the other person was fully clothed. They had the hazmat suit on, and the other person did not have anything at all. Like, that's just a simple scenario of vulnerability. You who is just there pouring out and being vulnerable, and your friend or your partner is not being vulnerable, is the one that is in the hazmat suit. What is going to happen in this scenario is that the one who is wearing the hazmat suit is not going to get affected by these toxins and what's so not, but the other one who is not protected is going to suffer. They might experience death. So that's just a scenario about you not matching your vulnerability. My next point is especially dedicated for people who are entering into new romantic relations. If you're engaging in a new romantic relationship and you're having trust issues, make your new partner aware of the situation. Make them aware that it is not easy for you to be vulnerable. It is hard for you to just start pouring out and to trust. And if they are a sensible person and they are wise enough, they will stick around and they will understand that it is not you, it is them. It is not you, it is them. It's not them, it's you, and they will be there, they will stick around and they will help you through it. Like when you're broken at that particular moment, okay, you're not really broken, but then at that particular moment when you are down and you're lost and that's all, they'll be there to help you through it. They should be there to help you. For the next point, it's just a little reminder. I'm going to remind, it's like literally just a reminder that 100% trust is reserved for God and for God alone. Even the Bible says it in Jeremiah 17 verse 5. It says, "Cursed is the man that puts his trust in man." So here's the thing. By nature, we are people just take care of number one first. They always say that, and by that they implement that they are taking care of themselves first. And no matter how much you try, like, you're going to get hurt in life. People are going to hurt you, whether it is unintentional or like you're going to do something to hurt other people. You're going to do something unintentionally and you hurt other people. For example, how many times have people come to you and told like, hey darling, the other time you did this and this and that and it really hurt me, or the other time you stepped on my toe like this. Like, first of all, did you intend to do that to hurt that particular person? Did you really do that with the mindset of, I want to hurt this person, I want this person to hurt? Or you did it you were just acting out of human nature and unawarely you just hurt someone? That's the way unawarely exists. But yeah, so that's another thing. So in my case, what happened is this person went behind my back and said something. In their mind, they had the idea that they were protecting me against something, and in turn it actually hurt me so bad that it really hurt. And that's the thing. Like, she was trying to help me out and I did not receive it like that. Like, it hurt me instead of helping me out of the situation. So people don't just go with the intention of, I want to do this to hurt this particular person. So remember that people are not out to get you, people are not out to hurt you, but in the process of life you're going to get hurt. Whether in the process of life you're going to get hurt, these people might do something with the intention of protecting you, but then it hurts you. In as much as I do not condone the reasoning that people are just trying to work out that trauma, we do have at some point have to understand that people are not out to hurt you. For example, if someone was in an abusive friendship, maybe they're trying to regain that strength and they think that's the best way of regaining that strength, and then in turn they abuse you in this particular new relation, in this new friendships. I do not condone the reasoning that they are just trying to work out that trauma. I do not condone it at all. That excuse, I am not a big fan of it. But then let us try to put the blame where it needs to be. Let us not excuse the behavior, but rather put the blame where it needs to be. If you understand me, I hope you get it. And my next point is embrace the process. Embrace the healing process. Healing is not a snap of a finger where you just snap and you trust again. No, it's not like that. Embrace the progress and forget victimization. Don't play victim at all the time and be like, oh, why does this have to happen to me? Why is this coming back to me? Why me? Why did they do that to me? It's not why you. It's not that. It's not like that. The truth is, the power of your power comes from what do you want to do with it. Like, what do you want to do with the story? Yes, it happened to you, but the power lies in you changing the narrative of the story. Like, yes, it happened to you. Yes, acknowledge that something happened to you, but what is the next move? What's your power? What do you gain out of it? I chose to be a shoulder to cry on. I chose to be your unlicensed life coach, but do not play victim. I did not stay playing victim like, oh, why am I having failed friendships? I had a couple of failed friendships after that particular friendships, but today I might be able to tell you, as you saw the previous video, that I'm making friends in life. We move, and yeah. So I did not choose to play victim. So do not choose to play victim today. Do not choose to play victim. Just gather your strength and find your power in the situation. And one more thing is, yes, my story is true, and yes, I validate it, but let it not change my story. The story that lies ahead of me is the story that I want to change. So go out into the world with that energy while you are embracing the process of healing. Going out into the world with the story of yes, with the mindset of yes, my story is true and it happened to me, but I want to change it. I want to change my life. I want to change the narrative of this particular story to a certain direction. My high school motto was, the truth shall set you free. So imagine if the truth sets you free, what does a lie do? A lie bonds you back. A lie bonds you back, and I repeat it, lies bound you back. They hold you back. So which lies am I particularly talking about? Lies like, oh, I'm not worthy of love, I am not good enough, I am not worthy of love, I do not have a place in this world. Oh, they did this because it was me. No, darling, today I'm here to tell you, like, no, they did not do this because it was you. They did this because it was them. That is who they are. So wake up and let the truth set you free. Do not let those lies put you down. And the final step is to just trust. Trust again. Trust again. Remember that just because someone has hurt you before, it doesn't mean that the next person will hurt you. Learn to trust again and enjoy new relations. So yeah, thank you for sticking around, and thank you for staying along. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. And see you in the next video.